Is she gonna blame her manager again? What's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I talk about stuff that interests me, and today, if you clicked on this video, you know what we're talking about today. It's Alexandra Rodriguez, who last week put out hundreds of copyright strikes on small reaction channels and received in return an absolute avalanche of backlash, and much of it was centered around the sordid history of her dad, who she doesn't talk about. And so that prompted Alexandra to post on this past Wednesday, which is not her regular posting day, a video titled "The Truth About My Father," which it was not. It was a bunch of half-truths. It was a half-assed apology. It was very forced. And as you might imagine, the people of Reddit had things to say about it. So let's get to it. But first, this is the part of the video where I implore all animal lovers to please consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. These are my two dogs here living their best lives. They were both fosters of mine. Although I do like to say that it's not true that you will be so overcome that you want to keep every single animal that you foster. You love them all. They are your babies. But the moment comes where you turn them over to their new family and you have some feels about that, but very quickly you are relieved and you are happy that you have been able to help this animal get adopted. And they help animals become more adoptable, because the vast majority of animals in animal shelters are unable to show their real personality because they're in a loud, foreign place, bars, cages, and hundreds of other animals that they can smell and usually hear, but not really see because they're all in cages. So please give it some thought. If you love animals, please do it for them. There's a huge crisis, and every shelter in the world would be thrilled with whatever you are willing to volunteer to do. So do it for the animals. Thanks. Okay, so real quick, if in case anybody is unfamiliar, what we're talking about is this video that Alex put up 3 days ago, trying to explain herself and soften the blow for anyone who was unaware of her dad, because the reaction channels made sure that everybody knows about her dad now. And in fact, check this out. The great folks of the Alex subreddit are brilliant at capturing comments before Alex takes them down. I mean, she must have been up for 24 hours straight, deleting negative comments everywhere until she finally just turned them off on that video, which we'll get into in a minute. But look at this. I've watched since the beginning and I had no idea. And then that was from Megan JF. And then Sherry Blankenship said, I have watched her since the beginning also. After this, unsubscribed. This is horrible. So there really are people out there who have watched her from the beginning and enjoy her content and follow along on her socials, and they had no idea that her dad is a convicted PDF file. And as we all know, he adopted a young girl as his daughter and proceeded when she was 15. I'm not sure what age she was when she was adopted, but you might assume she was about 15. But she was 15 when he raped her 9 times. Imagine being a kid that gets adopted into a nice family, or what appears to be a nice family. You can finally relax, maybe start to trust people, maybe have some hope for your life, and then your new dad starts coming into your room. Disgusting. Anyway, these folks didn't know, and so I can assume that probably there's a lot of people out there. So that's why this huge push by all of the Alex Snark creators to let people know this because they should know. So Alex was trying to say that she was really young when she wrote this letter. She said there was a letter she wrote many years ago. Well, she wrote one letter in 2012 when she was young, 20, and she explained, I didn't know what his crime really was, which is fucking stupid because Google exists. Okay, I just need to calm down. Let's take a look at this brilliant collection of sketches by OK Campaign. And I'm not sure, I don't think this is the same Redditor as Say So, who is our other illustrious sketch artist. But look at this. We've got, they really captured Nancy's face. Oh, and Alex's face too. This was from the birthday party. She's pushing Bruno. Well, she was pushing Bruno out of the way, but we've got Daddy on the cake here. And then to Judge Love Alex. Oh my God. They did an incredible job capturing this this thing that she, I mean, look at the lips and the chin. I love people that can draw just by looking at a photograph that can really capture people like that. It's really hard to draw people. Here's Alex in her sob video where there was no real crying. We've got our little violin playing here. She's got her halo stuck to her devil horns. I'm not sure what this little thing is here. Oh, it's tape. She's taped. Yes, she's taped her halo to her devil horns. And then this is really great too. Look at the wedding photo. I mean, that just looks like Yar to me. She's really, and that Nancy's hair, my God. Even Alex, that's exactly the look she has on her face. And this is Alex's dad, Roger, over here with these devil horns, and he's got a tail too. And they even put in this. Brilliant. Both letters, 2012, 2023. And what the hell? But look, they included some of Alex's words on the letter. I love having a male role model. I know he's a good man. God. He has never put me in any harm's way. And that was a huge problem that everybody had with Alex's letters, is that she didn't even mention the victim. So OK Campaign said, I had to grab my bigger sketchbook for this. It took me a good while to gather my thoughts and how to put them on sketches. I like to poke fun at Alex and the rest of the Dukers clan with my drawings, but this time I tried to make my point clear in a little bit more serious tone than before. Hopefully it translates as I intended. Many good takes about the situation have been made by you guys here on this sub and by reactors on YouTube. Shout out to Honey Bison. Love you, girl. Yes, Honey Bison is the shiz. So I won't repeat them here. Thanks to everyone for taking and sharing screenshots of the comments section before Mrs. Duker's Dingleberry deleted them. Far Structure said, sis, I haven't even had my coffee yet. Suede Head, wow, the depiction of her shoving the girl away in lieu of Bruno, it's powerful. Yeah. And the OP responded, this is what rubs me the wrong way most. Alex having so much empathy for others can't see anything from someone else's point of view. It's always about Mama Dukers, her wants and her feelings. What about her stepsister? I don't know if Alex has ever met her adopted sister or stepsister or whatever. If anyone knows, please let me know, because I'm kind of under the impression that she had never met her. If you know, please do tell. So Move Suspicious put this great compilation together with a bunch of thumbnails from many of the videos that came out this week. And they said everything went wrong, which was the title of one of Alex's videos recently. Yeah, it sure did, Alex. You fucked all the way up. This rapid cancellation was a long time coming. You, Nancy, and Yar will get exactly what you all deserve. And that kind of remains to be seen. There's a lot of speculation going on because it's Saturday when I'm recording this. Yesterday, she usually posts a weigh-in on Fridays. She didn't post anything. And she usually does her regular vlog on Sundays. That comes out. And so everyone is wondering, what is her next move? And so Move Suspicious said, the damage is already done. Finally, she has to face this and reap exactly what she's sown. Lurking Lobo 75 said she brought this on herself. And the OP responded, exactly, for years, honestly. She should be thankful she even had her career for this long. She should have been canceled since Fupa-gate, to be honest. Yes, I will never get over this. Never. That she was on YouTube for that many years, went and had a tummy tuck, and then just blatantly lied and said, oh, my stomach is flat because of targeted weight loss from WW. She was doing Weight Watchers back then, too. I'll never get over that. There is no such thing as targeted weight loss. And people believed her. And so, of course, she did her video sitting in the car, apologizing for it and whatnot. But I really am surprised that didn't get her canceled. Okay, moving on to this diabolical comment, which was posted by Fickle Pangolin, and it is from Brigitte1111. Alexandra Rodriguez, I believe we're at the point amidst this sick, perverted charade where we can all collectively say that it's time to go, big girl. Your canceling awaits. Crawl away as the door slams. You've got blood on your own hands. Holy crap. People are livid. I mean, the people that didn't know about this are probably even more livid than the rest of us who have been trying to get people to realize that she is not what she pretends to be, in my humble opinion. Okay, some comments on this. According Cry 5856, love it for you, Big Bubba. Okay, Alfalfa said, I would love her to get caught using filters and making up this whole weight loss thing, but that is doubtful. My Dixie Wrecked said, I think that's the least of her worries, Alfalfa. And that is true. Yeah, the whole weight loss thing is kind of off to the side now. Okay, let's see what else we have. And the savage comments just kept on coming for the past few days. Agitated Arm posted vlog comments. Let me see if I can blow this up. User Joe3um9WD1L said, my comment on your other video had over 500 likes, and it was about my being a victim from an immediate family member and how I would never write letters or be around said family member if he was alive today. Turning off the comments silenced all types of victims that had posted their stories in order to get you to understand the severity of your lies. You are a disgusting human being, Alex. This is your downfall. Wow. So yeah, eventually Alex, because she can dish it out but can't take it, got so tired of deleting negative comments that she just turned the comments off. Wenchi215, poor thing, dealing with the consequences of her own actions. Nora Nostalgic said, Alex, turning the comments off won't make this go away. In fact, it makes it worse. Yeah. Jojo Nina said, you just silenced all survivors and victims by turning off comments on your other video. This won't end well. And some of the top comments on this, Cheerio72, guarantee she's going to take a break starting immediately. I don't think she knows how to fix this, so she's just going to stay off YouTube for a while and hope it goes away. I think her not posting yesterday with no explanation is a clear indicator of that. Sad Airline responded, "How do you come back from this? Is she going to blame her manager again?" If she does have a management team, I don't see how they wouldn't drop her after this, for real. There's no marketing someone once they've been associated with a PDF file. That is true. As it should be. Bird Nerd 24, I find it hilarious if she has a management team. For what? The boring dribble she puts out every week? My 4 dogs' lives are more interesting than Alex's. Yeah, how about it? Okay, let's move on. Move Suspicious is on fire lately. They posted this. "Oh, Alex, we know you lurk here. You got triggered by us screenshotting hundreds of comments telling you what a piece of shit you are, so you disabled them. Turning them off won't hide or stop this. Own your shit, you coward." I mean, Redditors pulling no punches anymore. I mean, people are sick of this, and I am so glad. Okay, Move Suspicious said, "Does she really think by turning her comments off that this will all just disappear and go away? Think again, Alex. You can't run or hide from this. You've silenced and censored people long enough. You've had a decade of abusing your platform and hurting people. You owe a huge apology to your stepsister. Yes, for fuck's sake, Alex." I mean, even if Alex had never met her, how does she make this stupid apology video and not just tell the plain truth? Why am I asking? Because it's Alex, that's why. Accept the consequences for your actions and the penalty that comes with it. You are being reported as we speak, and I'm pretty sure the court will be informed about these letters you wrote under false pretenses. The copyright strikes didn't go away either. Those lawsuits are coming. You've crossed several lines, and nothing you do will erase the mess you've caused. It's over. Haha. And then Move Suspicious added these comments. So Move Suspicious added clips of these comments, and this one is from Griselda Moore, 6121. "This is beyond sickening. Gosh, Alex, this is unforgivable. How much you gaslit people into thinking you were getting hate for no reason. I think it's time to bow out gracefully and say goodbye to YouTube. Your reputation and any credibility you had as a content creator is beyond tarnished." Wowza. Anita Hannah 89 commented, "Alex, I've liked you since you were in your mom's attic, and I've never left you any mean comments. This video is very hurtful and insensitive to anyone who has gone through this sort of physical and emotional trauma. I'm a survivor. This really brings up old pain that I battled. I don't feel this was delivered the way you intended." Yeah, maybe she did intend to seem more apologetic, that she hadn't spoken about this. I don't know. I don't know what she was intending, but it really missed the mark. It was clear she was reading from her phone or something, and people have looked into like writing an apology letter with Alex's circumstances and run it through ChatGPT, and it's like almost word for word. It's really funny. They go on. "I don't feel this was delivered the way you intended. It came off like you're saying the victim gave consent, which isn't true. To be this desensitized towards the actual victim and turn the spotlight on yourself so you can be the one to receive sympathy is in poor taste. I am very disappointed. I assumed what those women said about this story wasn't true. I looked into it and I'm shocked that you hid this for so long. Why? I must be honest. I view you very different now. Unsubbed. Okay. Random Hard Life. Look at this comment. You defended him as a teen in the 2012 letter and through your adult life. Not one, but multiple letters inviting him to your wedding. This video is very much a PR stunt. And Boo Bucket Man, you wrote 2 letters. Additionally, how dare you call it sex? It was grape. And they're right. It was. I am always astounded at how Alex behaves because it's the simplest thing. Like, if you were in her shoes and you felt, okay, I need to come clean about this and apologize and just put it out there. And additionally, you spend half your time talking about how you're going to be so genuine and authentic and blah, blah. And then you don't call it what it is. That's just, she's disappointing, just half-assed everything. And I realize she's trying to deflect and she's trying to disassociate herself from him and she's trying to lessen, his crime, but what a waste. Garden Lady 2041 commented, shaking her head no the whole time and so many lies. And that is a body language thing, that if you're lying, you shake your head no unconsciously. And then they also added, you are not real about anything. This is a new low. Maybe you should just step off. Gina 1537 commented, wow, how is this video only 4 minutes long, yet your healthy recipes take 30 minutes? Your priorities are all fucked up. It was only 4 minutes long because Alex clearly wants to get it over with, and also it is exactly the same length as someone from Love Island, which is a TV show, a reality show that Alex is completely obsessed with. No shade. I watch plenty of shitty reality TV too, but that Love Island cast member gave an apology recently, the exact same length and very similar wording, which is why people are guessing that AI wrote it. Alex. Move Suspicious was going wild sharing these screenshots of comments. So just a couple more. Deechie7330 said, Alex, you are just as big a monster as your daddy is. Straight and to the point. Small room artist. He graped a minor multiple times. You sent 2 letters, one as recent as 2023. Maybe you should take a break from YouTube. She's from 1999 said, get off YouTube already. You'll never be honest with anyone, not even yourself. Tragic. Okay, so some of the top comments on this post, Scared Strength said, wow, she got so many new ones too today from her loyal following. She is a coward. Big District said, it's her adopted sister, and she deserves more than an apology. Roger should be back in prison to finish his 2 years he had left, and the rest of his probation. She has to turn her father in. Manipulating her to write letters is a felony fraud. Didn't know that. I know people don't believe this and haven't seen his court records, but it's unthinkable that anyone would realize what she says she has about her dad and not talk to the district attorney's office. She doesn't realize that people who've read the court records know that the judge threw out any medication defense at his grapes hearing. She's lying about him manipulating her, I think. And what they're referring to is Alex said in this truth about her father that her father got in contact with her once he was in prison. And that's when their relationship really started to blossom. And it became a blessing in disguise that he was in prison, because he came back into her life and they got close, and she went to visit him once, and the guards had to tell them to separate because they hung on to each other and hugged for such a long time. But what Alex doesn't seem to realize is that, of course, he started talking to you when he was in prison, because that's what guys in prison do. They have nothing else to do. And I realize he got to go to school and get a PH freaking D on the Florida taxpayers' dime. And so Alex said when he got back in touch with her and they discussed his crime, that he told her he was on some medication and he had no idea what he was doing, and it's all a pile of bullshit, because it doesn't matter what kind of medication you're on. You will not repeatedly grape a 15-year-old girl on any medication. You have to be that person. And anyway, he tried to bring that up as part of his defense, and the judge threw it out, as they should. Move Suspicious responded, "Every time her mouth opens, she's lying. Roger didn't manipulate her into anything. If you look at all the times in the past where she's talked about her dad, it was always in a simp fashion. She thought he was cool, this hot, tan, fit beach Florida guy. And when she went to visit him, she talked about how they both like ketchup and dipping shit in ranch dressing. She has a matching tattoo with him on her shoulder. If she actually believed that he was a monster, like she tried to claim in her video, who regrets her letters, she wouldn't go to visit him and would cover her tattoo. She fully supports him, but knows if she tells the internet that, her entire career and reputation is done, which now, regardless, either way it goes, it still is." And then Big District responded, "True, I hope something legally will be done. She's contradicting herself in the video versus what's obvious in her real life, and has now implicated him in felony fraud to the court." Alex, someone asked in the comments why Alex took her son to Florida recently to visit her father, because it was suspicious timing since he was getting married. And everybody is dying for evidence of her at his wedding, because Alex said her father has never met her son. She has cut ties with him. She does not have anything to do with him. And yet she goes on vacation yearly with her mom, very close to where he lives. Draw your own conclusions. And finally, Few Temporary posted today about her comeback. And they said, "I just know this bitch is going to rock back up on socials with an Amazon link story of some ugly ass dress and no bra. If she's brazen enough to come back, which I think she will, as she'll believe her oldest followers will be there for her, and let's face it, she needs to keep up the Tesla payments, I just know she'll do it shilling something." Sad Airline commented, "She'll be back like nothing happened, and her stans will support her. She has no other means of income, no degree, and hardly any real-world experience." Boy, that's the truth, isn't it? Her only other option would be working a minimum wage job, and she knows that. Satin Mars said, "This is part of her karma. The fact that she's stuck in her ability to leave social media and get a regular job. In the normal world, when people's jobs start becoming detrimental to their mental health, they either quit or they find another suitable job." True. In this online social media world, it's incredibly sad that due to the amount of easy and fast money, minimal efforts that this job brings Alex, she is in no place to actually leave the same job that has completely destroyed her reputation and overall health. What I don't understand is that why can't she learn a trade and actively choose to reinvent her life? Even though we all know she'll be back, but also she needs to tell herself that she is capable of trying a new career that will force her to grow up and integrate into society again. A career that will teach her to socialize again and stop waiting for ego boost comments from her fans. She must spend the bulk of her day looking at her own content. Think about that. Like, I mean, it's a fucking easy job, but she's constantly on. And she's on constantly because she has no other job to go to and no skills. Sad Airline also said she has her cosmetology license. I didn't believe it, but you can look it up on the state website. But unfortunately, I know from personal experience, you don't make a lot of money in the beauty industry unless you have your own clientele. Working in that industry would also require her to put effort into her appearance and do things like shower, not have greasy hair, and actually know how to dress. It seems like that's how she was when she first started her channel, but not anymore. Yeah, she's a totally different person. And I can't imagine her actually waking up, clocking in, and being on her feet 8 hours per day, 5 days per week. Yeah, I can't either. Zoom2 said she's too lazy and dumb to go get a real job. Charming Edge said, everything you said, yes. The question I have is there even the potential for fulfillment in a normal career for a former influencer who is naturally motivated by attention and narcissistic gain? You have to be. I mean, could you stand having your life revolve around filming yourself and then watching yourself over and over while editing and then uploading for feedback of strangers? I could never. Like the experts described, social media and addiction is such a powerful dopamine drip. Oh, God, yes. How could somebody wired this way ever detox themselves enough to not only do a normal career, but find fulfillment in it? You'd think that being free of constant negative comments, terror of backlash, fear of being canceled, etc., would be a relief. But I think after becoming a certain sized influencer, there's no going back. Just social media retirement. Just my theory. And as you said, the easy money in itself is real reason enough for these influencers to run themselves ragged, chasing the next viral jackpot. It's sick, really. And I believe in the spectrum of external need for validation, Alex is on the extreme end. She needs her platform to not only tell her she's right, skinny, and beautiful, but also to tell her what she likes and who she even is. Very, very well said, Charming Edge. And that is what I have for you today, guys. If you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And please do leave me a comment because I'd like to know what you think Alex's next move is going to be. I keep trying to put myself in her shoes. I can't imagine what I think I would just, if I were her, I would just go away. Just at least for a good chunk of time. And I guess we'll find out. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you are a super trooper, and I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.